we may serve him, and that we may serve him and him alone. Now, when it comes to this, it's a mistake that many people make. They want to serve God and something else. Now, when it comes to this, God has shown us that he is a jealous God concerning service. God does not want to be served amongst other things, but he wants to be served alone. Now, this is the purpose of every man, and this purpose is to serve God. Now, the reason why God was delivering the children of Israel out of bondage was so that they may come and serve him. Paul also writes to the Romans in the book of Romans chapter number 12, and this is what he says. I will be reading from the King James, and in verse number 1, chapter number 12, in the book of Romans, the Bible reads as follows: I beseech you, therefore, who? Brethren, that you may what? By the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your what? Reasonable service. The Bible tells us in the book of Peter, I believe it's 2 Peter, when we read down there, it shows us that we are a royal priesthood called according to his purpose, that we may what? Show forth praises unto him. So you see, when it comes to serving God, it is a requirement for each and every believer. Now, Jesus makes it distinctions that we cannot serve God and serve Mammon. Now, Mammon could be anything, but in that instance, it was referring to the God of money. But Mammon could be anything that you choose to serve alongside God. Now, Jesus makes this. He says, we cannot do this because there will come a time where you will have to make a choice. That do you serve God or do you serve this other thing? Now, there was a man in the Bible, or rather there is a man that is in the Bible, that once posed this question that I want to pose to you this day. He said, choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my family, we will serve the Lord. As for me and my family, we have decided and purposed in our hearts intentionally to serve God. And how do we serve God? By worship, by praise, by doing his will, by keeping his commandments, by walking in light of his scripture, of his word, doing that which please him by faith. You see, this is how we ought to live. We ought to live a life which brings glory unto God by serving him. Now, I want to encourage you this day that you make a decision and purpose in your heart, even as Daniel purposed in his heart that he will not defile himself with the king's portion, but he purposed in his heart to serve God. Purpose in your heart to serve God. You know,